Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
The offense changing the play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the timing just a hair off. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can...
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Dropping back, it's Simpson. That's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. From the gun, the ground game. Runs through the tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll run for it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Tigers want to move quickly. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, we're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it's the defense that kind of relaxed for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
They're dealing with a second and long. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Off play action. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
So nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That he tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And the point after is good. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because he bobbles it at all. Or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down. That's reeled in. It's Durham. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The screen, he can go! And they pick up just a few on that completion. LSU quick to the line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The give is to Miller. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 15. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. The toss to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Off from the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch, it's Durham. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Makes the grab, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field and trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Unleashes it. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the 1st half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick it onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls out.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Miller with the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Finds his man. It's Cuevas. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The offense has a 1st and 10 from the 42. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Quarterback may change this route. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo. And
he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He's going for it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Okay, ready? Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just
too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with it. Looking for space, it's Durham. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. LSU right back to the line. Got it behind the line, it's Durham. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then
turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And when you get closer to this area in the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A 69-yard touchdown drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Handoff from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And they'll move the change and get it to the 47-yard line.
So important keeping those new downs coming, getting that first down. We don't need to panic right now. We got a long way to go. We still got plenty of time to accomplish it.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. The short hands, it's Brown.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Maybe a double pass. Pressure coming. Creates a little room. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's Thomas. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. The short hands, it's Durham. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They mix up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And this will be for the win. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Guys, this is a type of signature win
Man,
that sets the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything
every
can
time
happen.
you
David
blitz
has gotta
over and
give
over
this
and
team
over,
so much credit
Uncle
that
Owens
they
like kid over and over and
put their
over.
hair on fire and got
Whatever.
a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game, and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Cuevas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quickly out to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Simpson. Got his man on the outside. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Release to the back. Makes a grab past the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Alabama pushing the tempo. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Moore to the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50, the 40, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got the quick pass. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. He might want another play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Off-play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the right. Got the tight end outside. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The pull and throw off the RPO. Not enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Looking for space. It's Whittington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. It'll be a draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Direct snap. It's Whittington. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Max going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Moore to the air. That's caught. It's Benson. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Caught behind the line. It's Horton. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught over the middle, it's Bernard. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third down, red zone play, round alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I love this by the offensive coordinator because as the game goes along, you see how are they going to line up when we line up in this? What coverage do they like to play? And then you can take advantage. You say, all right, the corner route is open. I'm going to hit it.
Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! They move on top here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Miller with the ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Leads into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed over the middle, it's more. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cuevas. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Cuevas. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
70 seconds left, and they line up for this all-important onside kick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the dub.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. They'll make the stop, but that first down off the ice, they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory, as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job there, and good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going to take off. First down and more. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nowadays, it's the norm. Running quarterbacks, we're scrambling around all over the field. Really nice job sending a message early. You're going to earn these yards. You're going to take some hits. Nice job delivering that message.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against. back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right down the middle, working that left side. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. They'll move the tight end. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown Tide! And they have the first points of the game.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Moore will throw. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bernard.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Might be calling a hot route. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's...
Pulls in the deep ball. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down. The offense changing the play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simpson. With the catch, it's Cuevas. Sips one guy, now he's loose. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Alabama pushing the tempo. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He moved to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Gonna take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the extra point is good. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
We love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Moore will throw. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking for room. It's Whittington. There he goes.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Unloads it left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball running out of bounds.
Looking to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be right out of bounds right at the 25. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's got it. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Moore to the air. Looking to buy time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, where I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They just keep firing. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Oregon. Fitted in the window for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver comes in motion, making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Miller. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Direct snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Alabama quickly back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the move, he fires. Finds a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Moore will throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Man, These are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Miller. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Here's a heat. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Quarterback may change this route. Just keeps slinging it. With the catch, it's Bernard. Turning it on. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
To the air on 2nd down. Snatch it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Quarterback moving. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one. That ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He's got him in the flat.
Bye.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the
One more. Okay, one more.
Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Aggies are in the hurry up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
How about this defense coming out the gates, first drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
They booted away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day. And cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle, it's Moss. Tripped up for the tackle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throwing on the run. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Well, the defense was expecting that one, guys. You saw 2 defenders around the intended target to the perimeter of the field. Nice job anticipating where the quarterback was going.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Motion from the back. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab, it's Miller. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll go of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. The 12th man more than standing and the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on first down. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires left. Lost, the defense is wide open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. He's going for the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Alabama offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Still on his feet. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! He got a step and just dusted the field. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It's Owens. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably be second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Reed. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. The Aggies want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns it loose to the left. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate moving forward.
There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, looking for a man. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll try to pop the draw. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that.
It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The give to the tailback. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Aggies back back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking for a crease. It's Moss. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Now the play fake. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Looking left. He's got it. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw at Simpson. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got
good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cuevas. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Cuevas. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the 2nd level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Simpson. He wants it all. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Off the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage each team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Moss. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
On the ground, it's Moss. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Quarterback making checks. Off-play action on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And runs through another guy. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Then getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Less
go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion. When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. The give is to Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Snagged out of the air. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
From the gun. Going for 6. And he's got it.
It's on defense, boy. Stop playing with me. Stop that, yo. See, yo.